In other news, Russia's repeated military offensive on the Ukrainian port city of Mariupol has turned the city into rubble. All humanitarian ceasefire attempts have failed so far, with thousands still stuck in the Azovstal steel plant, the last military stronghold in the besieged city. In the latest, Ukraine has now denied reaching an agreement with Russia on evacuating civilians from the steel plant and has urged the United Nations to initiate the process of a ceasefire. This comes after Russia's defense ministry said on Monday that it would open a humanitarian corridor for civilians to leave the Azovstal steel plant. An estimated 1,000 civilians are sheltering along the plant, and about 2,000 Ukrainian soldiers continue to remain trapped. Ukraine has also said that the ceasefire initiatives from Moscow's end are not reliable, as Russia continues to violate a number of humanitarian corridors. During a special address on Monday, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky voiced concerns about the deteriorating situation in Ukraine. While talking about the Russian Easter violence in Kyiv and other regions, he said that he has spoken with the Turkish President Erdogan on the situation in Mariupol and the need for urgent evacuation.
Провів важливу розмову з президентом Туреччини Ердоганом про ситуацію в Маріуполі та необхідність евакуації цивільних і поранених, про необхідність негайного обміну заблокованих українських військових.
The strategic port city of Mariupol has come under heavy Russian shelling since the very first week of the invasion. The emerging satellite images of the besieged city show the scale of destruction. The Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba has called the situation in Mariupol extremely concerning. He said that Russia chose war instead of talks, and this crisis will not come to an end unless Moscow comes to the negotiating table. He further reiterated Zelensky's position that any sort of military escalation in Mariupol would end the chances of negotiation with Moscow.
It's extremely difficult to see these pictures, to receive these messages. And this is why, yes, we sent a very clear message. If you want to kill those people or you want to take them as prisoners and humiliate, that will be it. That will be the red line. And the president has been very clear on that. But it's not enough to keep things as they are. It's really important to evacuate all of them, to save them. And this is what we are working on with our partners, and this is where Putin has to demonstrate his openness and make a step forward.
Kuleba also welcomed American support to his country, calling it a strong political message for Putin. He praised the visit by the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin to Kyiv as a show of solidarity amid this raging war.
Well, indeed, it was very important to see representatives of the country that did more than any other country in the world to help us visiting Kyiv. This is really was a political message, but it was also an opportunity to sit down at the table and have a meaningful conversation. As long as Russian soldier puts a foot on Ukrainian soil, nothing is enough. And I want to be straight on it. We appreciate everything that has been done, including by the United States. We understand that for some, what has been done is already a revolution. But this is not enough as long as the war continues.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.